Hi everyone, my name is Mark and I am with OUCARES, and for this week's video I'm going to be talking to you about self-care routines and moving towards independence. So jumping straight in, I'm going to talk about a few hygiene tasks first. So if we list again just 3 to 5, we can look at showering, applying deodorant, brushing teeth, brushing hair, and clipping your fingernails or toenails, which I know we don't hear often, but is such an important skill. If we're looking at a couple self-care routines, we can look at setting an alarm and waking up to that alarm in the morning. Independently dressing and dressing appropriately for the occasion is always a big one. And also some basic like preparing food or meal prep, in that can your child maybe get breakfast ready for themselves? Or if they are going to school or a job, can they independently pack their lunch? Things along those lines. So there's a few just hygiene tasks that you can look at as we move forward with the video, or some self-care tasks that you can also look at again as we talk about this video. But for this week's video, it's going to be a little bit of a twist. I have some homework for you as parents. So I want you to pick one task from above and practice taking data on it for the week. Again, it can be one time you take data on it. It could be 2 or 3 times, or it could be the entire week. I know everyone is very busy right now and still adjusting to different schedules. So whatever's realistic for you and your family is totally fine. For hygiene tasks and the self-care tasks, I would recommend taking data using a task analysis or duration. If you remember, a task analysis is taking a skill and breaking it into individual tasks or steps that need to be done to complete the behavior. So when we're looking at brushing teeth, you have to get your toothbrush, then get your toothpaste, then you have to get your toothbrush wet, then you have to put the toothpaste on, then you have to bring the toothbrush to your mouth, brush the front of your teeth, the backs of your teeth. So a task analysis breaks the skill of toothbrushing down into those individual units. So that's one, again, skill you can use using a task analysis. And I definitely recommend you going back to the OUCARES YouTube page and looking at a video I did a couple weeks back called Teaching a New Skill Using Task Analysis and Behavior Chaining. It's about 15 minutes long, but it has some great information, really dives in and talks about how to sort of create a task analysis and how do you identify which steps you need to do for a particular task or behavior. And then again, also dives in to a little bit of some teaching procedures using that behavior chaining. So definitely go back and check out that video if you haven't watched it already, to get some of those sort of basics and prerequisites on task analysis for your homework for this week. The other data method I would recommend is duration. So duration, again, simply looks at how long it takes to complete a task. And a lot of parents want to use this when they're trying to speed up a particular, again, task or behavior within the day. I always have parents say, well, it takes my son 25 minutes to get dressed in the morning, but we have 10 minutes to go and I need to get out the door because I'm going to be late for work or he's going to miss the bus. So again, duration is another great method. Again, if you're looking to speed up a task, or again, one of the cool things about taking data is maybe you take data on a particular behavior or part of the day and you find that nothing really needs changed and things are happening sort of at an appropriate level or an appropriate level of independence or an appropriate duration, and you don't have to do anything. So data, again, is great to give us additional information on how long something is or isn't taking, or what steps they can or can't do or are appropriate for them to do. So again, I know sometimes data can be cumbersome to take, or why do I need to take the data? What's the point? But again, it gives us some great information as to where to move next, or if we need to move anywhere. And if things are already going great, we don't need to do anything. So definitely encourage you to pick some of those tasks and do some of your homework for this week. And with your homework, I'm going to be hosting a live webinar next week, which will be on Wednesday, June 20th, 2020. And I want to hear some specifics from you guys about the week. So what skills is your child able to do? Or what steps within a behavior chain can they complete on their own? Maybe what steps are they having a difficult time with or difficulty with? And can I help you sort of determine where do we start and then how do we teach the skill from there? Again, is it taking them 15 minutes to complete a task that you think should be done in 3 to 5 minutes? So again, definitely encourage you to take some data, get a clear picture of, again, kind of where are we at right now. If you don't feel comfortable taking data on a skill like with your child, maybe you practice taking it on yourself. Again, you can take that duration data on yourself and see how long it takes you to complete certain things throughout your day. It can also be used to see how you complete a certain, again, skill. Maybe the way you brush your teeth is different than the way I brush my teeth, but we still get the same outcome. Maybe within your child's therapy team, you're trying to teach it one way at home, but the therapy team is actually teaching it a different way. So again, having that data and you writing out some of the steps is so crucial, and again, can give us insight to some differences that may be occurring. So I will post a couple pictures here at the end of this video of some sample task analyses. Again, I encourage you to go back and watch one of my previous videos teaching a new skill using task analysis and behavior chaining. Here is an example of a brushing teeth task analysis for a beginner learner or someone that might just be learning how to brush their teeth. So you can see, again, there's a lot of steps here. It's very explicit. It really breaks it down basically to each movement, outlines, again, the number of times that they might brush on, again, the left or right side, things like that. So again, here's a very explicit task analysis for brushing your teeth. Here's an example of a more advanced task analysis. So maybe someone that doesn't need each individual step broken down, but more just the concept or certain areas of it broken down. So again, you can look at these and see some of the steps here and possibly pause your screen to read through them. Here's a brushing hair task analysis. Again, looking at more of a beginner learner or someone just learning the skill of brushing their hair. So again, very explicit, broken down, every single step, number of times each step should be completed. And here's an example of, again, maybe a little more advanced task analysis where, again, it's just sort of the concept and not as detailed step by step by step. So definitely, again, pause the screen if you want to write down some of these steps for yourself. You would just record a simple plus or minus for each box. And then again, you can sort of tally how many of the total steps were completed independent. These are just a couple examples, but you can easily make your own for any task throughout the day. And again, refer back to my video on task analysis and teaching a new video using behavior chaining. I hope you join me next Wednesday, June 20th, to discuss what you found out and the data you took on your child or yourself this week. We will look at possible next steps moving forward with the theme of independence for your son or daughter. So again, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.